starting to sing. Will you all please stand? Please be seated. I know you're all wondering why I've called you here tonight. It's to the union of these two. We're gathered here tonight with family and friends, people that's going to witness a wonderful union, a union of two people that love each other very much. Now, we've got Christian here. I've known Christian his whole life. I could go the rest of the night telling you stories about Christian, but I've saved a few choice stories for Christian that I want you to hear tonight. I don't know, most of you don't know this, but Christian was an actor in college. He loved acting, but it started at a very young age. Christian's favorite movie when he was 2 was, of all things, Kindergarten Cop. He thought he was Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he still does. So Christian, he's 2 years old. He's been watching that movie for months, loves it. He's sitting there playing with his Pokemon and his Squirtle, who goes off incessantly. And his papa is up in the kitchen. All of a sudden, his papa goes, "I have the worst headache." Without missing a beat, without looking up, Christian says, "It's a tumor." Christian loves to sing. I know most of you don't know this. His wife-to-be does. He loves to karaoke. And Christian loves sports, too. Most everybody knows Christian loves sports. What at one time in his life, Christy and Paul, this was before McKinsey, Christy, Paul, Allie, and Christian come to visit us in Mississippi. We stop at this little rinky-dink roadside fair, and they have karaoke. And Christian can't stand it. He's about 4, and he decides he's going to sing karaoke. So what does he choose? Dun da 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 dun 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 da 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 dun. Shaquila. So Christian had his favorite toy. His favorite toy. Do you remember your favorite toy? A shock pin. A shock pin. He carried that pin with him wherever he went. You never got to see the shock pin. Be glad. Yeah, the shock pin, he let everybody get shocked by the pin. And the best one was the preacher at church. He takes it and goes, "Hey, Mr. Preacher, can you sign something for me?" The guy grabs it and shocks him. And he goes, "This is not a very good toy, Christian." But, Christian, you look at him, and, I saw him earlier in there with his shirt off, flexing. He's one bad hombre, isn't he? But I know he's got a heart wider than his shoulders. And I know this because at one time, we used to come every Christmas, had big family Christmases, and we would stay with Christy and Paul and our kids. And Allie always had to sleep in the middle between the twins. But we would have these wonderful Christmas, just, 20 and 30, 40 people there at Christmas time. And when we'd leave, Allie and Christian and Mackenzie, they'd all cry. And my kids, all 3 of my kids would cry. So we leave one Christmas, and we've been home about 3 or 4 days. And what do we get in the mail? We get a handwritten letter from Christian. And it's got tear stains on it. I mean, you can see he's been writing this letter, and you can tell he's only like 6 or 7. He's writing this letter. He's telling the twins and Candace, "I miss y'all so much. I can't wait to come see you. I love you so much." And we knew then Christian had a heart of gold. And I believe this young lady here, Miss Sara, I think she believes that Christian has a heart of gold. I think she is the one girl that could look through the facade. She could look past the Herculean beard and see that his heart was bigger than his chest. And she fell in love with him, and Christian fell in love with her. Now, let's talk about Sara a little bit. Now, you talk about a tough young lady. I mean, how many of you come to a different country on a scholarship? Is there anybody in the room that's done that besides her? I don't think so. They got a couple more, but I don't know them. I just know her. So we're going to deal with Sara. Sara comes. She comes without any friends. She comes on a ski scholarship. That's hard to say 3 times fast. So she comes on a ski scholarship, and she runs into, the Viking here. And, Sara has done more than most people in a lifetime do. Sara, I don't know if you guys know this about Sara with her skiing. I've heard stories. I hear there's YouTube videos of her skiing with her graduation gown, landing on the dock, not getting one part of it wet. Perfect landing. So these two meet, they fall in love, and it comes down to we're meeting in Florida. So we've got the love of these two. Let's talk about love a little bit. Love, this is what I think about love. Love is enduring, it's patient, it has serenity built into it. It's kind, it's thoughtful, it's not jealous or envious. It doesn't brag, even though this guy may a little bit. It's not proud and it's not arrogant. It's not rude, it's not self-seeking. It's not easily provoked. It's not overly sensitive. And it's not easily angered. It does not keep records of wrongdoing. Love doesn't rejoice at injustice, but rejoices when there's justice found. It bears all things regardless of what comes. It believes all things, and it looks for the best in each one of us. Hopes all things, and it remains steadfast during the difficult times. And you will have difficult times. There's no doubt about that. And it endures without weakening. And that's the key to love, is the enduring without weakening. Sarah, I didn't say much about you because we've got a special surprise for you right now. So, Christy, if you'll come up here.
You're going to be the only one that knows if I butcher this. So. This is from your grandma. Oh. Hold on a second. Let me get it going. Of course, it won't come out now.
Of course it won't.
Sara and Christian. After all tillsamgat, ni andeligen varenda flott. Älskar varandra i många år. Vännen när ni har fått bror år. Lycka till varandra och varandra. Önskar former LC. Okay, and here it is in English. Hold on.
For the rest of y'all.
For me too.
Yeah, because I butchered it. Sorry. Sarah and Christian, after all the time that has passed, you finally got each other. Love each other for many years, even when your hair is gray. I wish you all the best. Take care of each other. Love, Grandma Elsie. And there's one more. I can take this out now.
Yeah, you may want to unplug it so you can hear it.
Yeah. This is from your dad.
Aww.
And there he is.
Sarah's father sent her a message.
I'm trying to get it. There it is.
Show Sarah. She's the only one who needs to see it.
Ska jag börja?
Ja.
Älskade Sara, I'm so happy for you, although it's breaking my heart not being able to share this moment with you. However, no matter how many seas or mountains between us, I will always be by your side. Nothing has been too scary or frightening for you. When you decide to do it, you do it. You're strong, brave and persistent. And you also always chosen your own path. I can certainly say it worked out fine. This day surely proves it. To persuade you to do something you don't want to has always been a challenge. I remember when I introduced you to water skiing, you refused. You only wanted to ride a wakeboard and kneeboard. When I finally gave up, you suddenly told me you wanted to participate in the junior nationals without any practice, and you wanted to win, of course. 1 week later, and 11 years old, you went away on your first ski camp. And since that day, the next 15 years was set out. Winning has always been important to you. Sometimes for good and sometimes for bad. When you started judo, you loved to throw the other kids down. But when it was their turn to throw you down, you didn't like it and refused. And that was the end of the judo career. Some not so good properties you can blame your genes. I have not been the best person to reason with you. Most of the times I've triggered your stubbornness, ending up banging our heads to each other. Even some tears have fallen from both sides. I know that Christian is doing a much better job there. See you together and hearing you talk about your life together makes me happy and fulfilled. When you started high school, you moved away 150 miles just to be able to water ski. It wasn't always high spots, but to manage by yourself when you're 16 years old, that's awesome. I remember when you told me you got the job at the water ski school in Thailand and you're going to move away for 7 months. I realized I couldn't keep you close forever. But you came back with tons of experience and friends from all over the world. A year later, you earned a scholarship at the university in Monroe. Of course, you hesitated. This was a big step. But I tried to convince you or to encourage you just to try it. If you didn't like it, just come back. If you don't try it, you will regret it someday. And here you are, marrying the love of your life. Together you two have accomplished incredible achievements by graduating from the university, taking care of the abandoned cat and dog, and I'm sure that anyone in your care is very comfortable and have a good life ahead of them. Take care and support each other through thick and thin, and the world is yours. Nu vill jag utbringa skål till Christian och Sara. And I hope to see you all in Sweden next year. Skål!
Cheers.
I hope we didn't surprise you too much, Sarah. At this time, we're going to have these two young people read their vows to us. These vows are going to mean a lot to you now, but in future years, refer back to them, keep them in your hearts and in your minds, and refer back to them often. Sarah, I'm going to ask you to read your vows first.
I got mine laminated. Christian, it's been a long time since I felt at home anywhere. Then I met you, and with you I'm always home. You're caring, loving, funny, and one of the most hardworking men I've ever met. I love how much you love our animals and how you always put us first. I even love your crazy what-if scenarios and how you always want to be right. I promise to stand by your side through the bad times, celebrate the good times, and forever and ever to be your person. I'm so ready for my life to really begin as I finally and officially become your wife. Let's grow old together.
I'll take those from you if you'd like.
I'm really going to try to read these, but weddings make me super emotional, so I don't know if I can do it. So if I can, I'm just going to give this to you. So just bear with me. My voice is about to get really shaky. I love today. I love February 4th. I love December 28th. I love that you're Swedish. I love that you're not using me for a green card. I love how you push me. I love how you support me. I love how you put up with me. I love our dog. I love our cat. I love our little family. I love how our means you and me. I love your work ethic. I love your humor. I love your style. I love your warmth. I love your kind heart. I love your not so kind heart. I love that I get to spend the rest of my life with you. I love that you make me a better man. I love that you love me. I love that I love you. I love how my vows are better than yours, but I love your vows. Thank you for being my forever buddy. I love you. I didn't cry as much as I thought I would.
Hers were still laminated. Do we have the rings?
Yeah, so you say I do.
Okay, at this time, most guys talk about, the unending band of gold, but I'm going to go a little different. I'm the crazy uncle, so I get to do these things.
Oh, there he is.
What is a piece of gold? You dig it up, it's dirty, then you raise it to a temperature of about 1,000 degrees, you melt it down, you form it, you mold it, you polish it until it's a beautiful, beautiful ring. Love's like that. It's hard, it's dirty, it's hard work until it makes something beautiful. And it begins with imperfect people. So these rings are your promise to each other to accept each other's imperfections and to recognize each other's beauty. Before we have this, I'm going to ask Mike if he'll come up and say a prayer.
Is he pooping?
He's just walking.
The dog okay?
Yeah, no, he's fine.
He likes to have attention.
Yeah, he's attention good.
Let's pray. Father, we thank you for all the ways that you take care of us, and in a special way this evening we bring Sarah and Christian before you and ask you to bless them, bless their lives, watch over them, and that they'll love you and love each other. We ask this in our Savior's name. Amen.
Sarah, at this time, I'm going to ask you to place the ring on Christian's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed, and do promise to seal these vows before all present. Christian, I'm going to ask you to place the ring on Sarah's finger. Repeat after me.
Repeat after me. I'm just kidding.
Okay. No. With this ring, I thee wed, and do promise to seal these vows before all present. Folks, you've all witnessed this wedding. You've all witnessed what's taken place. At this time, you may kiss your husband. I now pronounce you man and wife, and at this time I present to you Sara and Christian McComas. It's no secret. There is a reception to follow, and it's going to start now in the house. So, Christy, any special information?
Yeah, we got to get the tables set up.
Okay, we got to get the table set up, so everybody grab a table and a chair. Thank you.
Great job.
No, thank you.